What's up, everybody? Phil Jamison here, retired Navy veteran, American Ninja Warrior. Today I'm going to do a brief tutorial on how to do a half spin knife throw. So, why become a professional knife thrower? First and foremost, as a military Navy veteran, I find this to be very therapeutic, and it's also good like a martial art. You learn hand and eye coordination and also a method of self-defense. Aside from that, you don't have to register knives. Even though you don't have to register knives, you will be officially a registered badass. Many people out there may state that it is bad to bring a knife to a gunfight. Well, I fully disagree on that, because what if I told you that there are knife slingers out there so fast, faster than the human eye, and faster than some people out there drawing a firearm from the holster and pointing it downrange? There's actually less movement and less moves in drawing your knife from that sheath and throwing it downrange than there is drawing a weapon out, charging it, and pointing it downrange. In some cases, taking that safety off. Well, in this video here, I'm going to teach you what's called a half spin knife throw. It's one of the bases and the foundation of throwing knives, from proper stances to proper movement of the arm, and something as simple as adjusting your grip based on where you're at in comparison to the target. So stand by, like we say in the United States Navy, sit tight, stand fast, and watch this video.
Stand by.
In the realm of weaponology, this is where the world of physics and knives collide, therefore making this possible. So whether you have a large, heavy knife, or a moderately heavy knife, or even the smallest of knives, every knife rotates at the same exact speed. So first and foremost, you want to learn how to establish a really strong, good grip. So you're going to take your knife. In this situation here, we're using a Smith & Wesson bullseye blade. You're going to have this pointing towards you, okay? Just like you're shaking somebody's hand, you're going to take your hand forward and grab that knife like so. You're going to have it right there in the corner of your hand, coming along the inner crease of your hand right about there. You're going to hold it just like this. Another thing too, since we're doing a half spin, that's the whole concept and purpose of grabbing it by the blade. When you do this, you don't want to have the sharp part right against your hand. Just firmly hold that knife a little bit. I hold it as if this can actually fall out of my hand. So it's a really moderate, soft grip, I'd like to say. Great, the next course of action is you want to establish a really strong stance. Just like a martial arts stance or a boxing stance, your dominant hand, which is my right hand in this situation, is going to be my throwing hand. So therefore, I want my dominant leg to be that leg in the back. That's what we call the reverse leg. The other leg, which is my left leg, is going to be my lead leg. That's the leg that's going to be in front. Next, in the beginning is when you're throwing, I want you to throw with moderate strength. You're just practicing right now, so you're going to experience a little bit of anxiety. You're also probably going to experience what we call meeting Mr. Ricochet. We like to say a ricochet. This could actually come back, bounce back, and hit you. So be mindful of that, and as you can always see, wear your PPE, your personal protective equipment. So this one here, you're going to start with your right foot and back. You're going to firmly or moderately grab the knife from the blade side here. And when you throw that, very similar to a martial arts knife strike, we call it, open hand knife strike, you're going to come across the body from here all the way down. And that release point is going to be at the center point, right where you want to actually throw that knife. Another thing too, the muscle group is very important here. So we're going to be twisting our body, twisting our hip, and also utilizing that tricep muscle. So from here I'm going 1, 2, 3, and as you can see, where my elbow is pointed is the direction that the knife is going to project. Alright, so here's a quick demonstration. So that's a demonstration of what it looks like for a half spin knife throw. So the first thing we want to do is we want to find our rotation access point. What this is, it's the spot you're going to stand where you're going to throw. It's anywhere from about 6 to 8 feet away, where you're going to throw that knife every single time with the same speed, the same strength, and the same rotation. It's always going to hit there. That's a spot you want to learn to practice and perfect. You should be able to go in that spot, throw it multiple times, and hit that spot. So learn to practice with perfection on that one there. Also too, in weather where it's hot, your hands are going to be sweaty, or weather where it's cold, your hands are going to be rather chapped, so it can be hard to grip. Now also for safety, if you want to, go ahead and find some good gloves, like a leather glove or something to that sort, so it doesn't slip. So let's do a couple rounds of throwing really fast. I'll do about 3 demonstrations right here on that same spot, throwing with the standard grip right here. So just like we're going to shake somebody's hand in this case. So always remember, when you shake a hand though, use a firm, strong grip. In this situation, use a moderate grip, just as if it's going to fall right out of your hand. Cool? You're going to ask yourself, how do you change a positioning, whether it's further or back, and still manage to do a half spin? Well, there's a few little tricks I'm going to show you right here that's going to help you in establishing a good strong grip, but allow you to actually take a step back or a step forward and still utilize that half spin throw. So now with half spin knife throws, any good knife throwers should be able to change their spot or positioning. So now let's say you have to take a step forward from your access point. What you want to do in this situation is go from that basic grip, that handshake grip, push it up just a tad bit towards even up with your 2 fingers. Great. Now this will allow the knife to actually leave your hand in the rotation to travel a lot faster. Just to show you how useful it is, I'm going to do my first throw from my access point, and then my second throw 1 step forward, 1 large step forward. Excellent job there, Sailor. Now go and practice that a couple 100 times. Alright, let's take a huge step back. By taking a huge step back, granted, if we use that basic firm grip from our access point, a step back, that knife is going to over rotate and it'll actually hit flat on the target. But if you simply, from this situation here, the basic grip, let's take your index finger and put it directly on the top over there, a little bit above the center line here. And watch what happens. Okay, I'm going to show you here. I'm going to use the magic finger right here from my access point, and as you will see, the knife will not stick. It'll actually do a mild rotation, not a full half rotation, actually bounce off the target. Here's our access point. See that? Glad I'm wearing my personal protective equipment. Now, I'm going to take a huge step back, utilizing that magic finger right here. Go all the way back over here. I'm going to throw with the same strength and the same movement. I'm going to hit the target. Voila. Great, so that's the basis of half spin knife throwing and how to adjust your grips at different points. And now go out there and practice that stuff, man, and learn to perfect your knife throwing skills. Alright guys, that's going to conclude it for our half spin knife throwing tutorial. Always remember, when you train, aim for perfection. Aim small and miss small. And when you throw with purpose and throw with good intentions, whether it is to save a life or protect your life. And just like we say in the United States Navy, guys, hoorah!